Okay, so once again, this lesson is building upon what you did in 7.1, taking the unpaid balance minus previous balance minus payments and credits, taking that and figuring out what the finance charge is. So unpaid balance times the rate that they're charging, figuring out the finance charge, putting it back in the formula with the unpaid balance, and the new purchases getting your new balance. Okay.
Alright, see figure 7.2 for the summary portion of Lucia Sherman's charge account statement. She had a previous balance of $132.40, made a $40 payment, and purchased an item of $79.55. The monthly finance charge is computed at 1.5% of the unpaid balance. Determine the A, unpaid balance, B, finance charge, and C, new balance.
Okay, so we have 3 steps in here. The numbers that it gave us was the unpaid balance of the $132.40 and the $40 payment. It told us what the rate was, and it also told us what the new purchases were. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to take the unpaid balance and we're going to subtract the payments from it. Okay, so that's $92.40. This is the amount that we're applying the rate, the finance charge to. So $92.40, we're multiplying it by 0.015. Remember that this is 1.5%, but move the decimal place twice. Okay, so the answer that we get is 1.386. This is money, so we have to round it. That 6 is going to become an 8. 5 or above increases number, 4 or below, drop off the third number. Okay, so last step is, once we calculate that, we just put the information in. So we figured out what our new balance is. That goes right there, our finance charge, and then any new purchases. Now let me explain this for a minute so you understand. The finance charge is being charged on the balance that they carried from the previous month. Okay? That's why we subtract the payments. They shouldn't have to pay interest on their payment, right? Because that's lowering their balance. So that's why we're subtracting that and getting that total. This is the amount that's charged to interest. But remember, up until that billing cycle, they still charge things. Okay, so they still owe that money. So taking the finance charge, figuring out the balance, subtracting payments, any new purchases, that's giving you your new balance. Okay? Okay, any questions on this? Pretty easy, right? Second step is an algebra example. Santana?
Yes, sir. Damn, I would have been fired.
Darn.
Roy Nelson's charge account uses unpaid balance method to compute the finance charge at a monthly periodic rate of 1.75%. During the month, he charged $156.89, made a $200 payment, and had a $99.90 finance charge. Find his unpaid balance, previous balance, and new balance.
Okay, so we have a finance charge. It told us what the purchases were, and it told us what the payment was. So basically all we're doing is we're doing this example backwards, okay? We figured out the $1.39, right? So there's our answer. That's how we know it's an algebra problem. We don't know what the amount is, but we know what the finance charge is. So algebra, we're going to combine these because that means multiply, constant next to a variable. We're going to divide. This amount goes in the calculator first. So $9.90 divided by 0.0175. Remember, move that decimal place twice. This is going to give us the amount of what the balance was that they were charged the finance charge on. So $565.70. Now remember, up here we have the payments, so we have to actually add the payments back in because here's our balance. We don't know what the balance is. So in this problem, we don't know the amount that they're being charged on finance, and we also don't know what the balance is. So when we go into the second problem, we're just going to use B as a variable. We know that they made a $200 payment. Well, if we know the finance charge amount and we add the payment back in, then we can find the new balance. So from here, this is B minus 200 because we don't know what this is. No different from this. 132.40, subtract $40. 92.40 is our answer. So we're taking the balance, subtracting 200. So we got to do the opposite. We're going to add it to both sides. When we add it to both sides, it's 565.71 plus 200. That's telling us what B is. So both problems, all we did is used algebra to solve for it. Okay? This one we divided, and this one we subtracted. We did the inverse operation to both sides. So when it's said and done, we know all our numbers that go in the formula. There's our 565.71, goes right here. It already told us what the interest charge was, and then these were the new purchases. Add these all together, and that's what their new balance is. Okay? So, when it comes to your algebra examples, set it up exactly the same way. See how this interest is right here? You're going to have the answer, and then you're going to be solving for what the variable is. This one here is missing the balance. Now, sometimes it'll give you the balance, but it won't give you the payments. You're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to add the payments to both sides. You're going to be able to figure out what's missing. Okay? And how you know they're algebra ones is giving you answers. Okay? So look, answer, answer, told you this. Okay? Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you only have one vocab word, and you want to try to get through 8 today. There's only 19 questions in this section. If you're done with 8, just press on. Okay? Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, good.